Order Town of Prescott Valley, regular town council meeting, September 14th, 2023. Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Leyva. Councilmember Greer.
Here.
Councilmember Dickinson.
Here.
Councilmember Hepperly.
Here.
Councilmember Schumacher.
Present.
Vice Mayor Hunt.
Here.
Mayor Palguda.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thanks, ma'am. At this time, I'd like to welcome down Pastor Ben Palmer from the Heights for our invocation and to lead us in the pledge. Welcome, sir.
If everyone, please bow your head. Heavenly Father, I just come before you and thank you for your goodness. I thank you for a town council that chooses to open in prayer. I pray that we hold each position of leadership and authority with an open hand, knowing that you have placed us in those positions just for a short time. I pray for blessings over our town, over our community, over our small businesses, and I just pray for a spirit of wisdom, a spirit of revelation, that we would carry out your will and that we would point people to you. I pray that we would be a light on a hill, Lord, and a lamp on a stand. And I say all these things in the name of Jesus. Amen. If you would, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Next up, item 3, proclamations. First one up will be Constitution Week.
Constitution Week, September 17th through 23rd, 2023. Whereas September 17th, 2023 marks the 236th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention. And whereas it is fitting and proper to read, study, and preach the greatest document of human liberty and to protect the freedoms set forth in the Bill of Rights. And whereas it is fitting and proper to officially recognize this magnificent document and the anniversary of its creation. Whereas it is fitting and proper to officially recognize the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America, designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Cal Palguda, Mayor of the Town of Prescott Valley, Arizona, do hereby proclaim September 17th through 23rd, 2023 to be Constitution Week, and ask our citizens to reaffirm the ideals the framers of the Constitution had in 1787 by vigilantly protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guardian of our liberties.
Do we have anyone accepting the proclamation tonight, clerk? Come on down, ladies. Does someone like to say a few words? Or yes, absolutely. No, go for it.
This is we represent the, thank you. I can talk loud. We represent the Yavapai chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution. We have Dorothy Castanos, Melissa Rozelle, Linda Shebeck, Kathy Houchin, and I'm Martha Ferreira, the Regent. The National Society Daughters of the American Revolution is a service organization. Our focus is historic preservation, education, and non-political patriotism. We'd like to thank the town of Prescott Valley for helping support us and honor us with this proclamation. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
One more time, please, ladies. Next up is Falls Prevention Awareness. And whoever is accepting that, they can come on down right now.
Falls Prevention Awareness Week, September 18th through 22nd, 2023. Whereas it is estimated that 1/4 of people 65 and older will fall each year. And whereas Yavapai County ranks 5th in age-adjusted unintentional fall rate of hospitalizations by county in Arizona. And whereas the total costs, excluding costs associated with physician care EMS services, rehabilitation, or long-term disability for unintentional falls exceeded $3 billion. And whereas falling is not an inevitable result of aging, and whereas older Arizonans at risk of falling need fall prevention programs that can teach them specific everyday strategies to improve mobility and stability and reduce fall risks. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Cal Palguda, Mayor of the Town of Prescott Valley, do hereby proclaim September 18th through 22nd, 2023 as Falls Prevention Awareness Week, and urge all older adults, family members and caregivers, healthcare providers, fire and regional medical centers, first responders, law enforcement, healthcare providers, and community partners to join the Northern Regional Chapter of the Arizona Falls Prevention Coalition and routinely assess older adults, including our veterans and those with disabilities, for fall risks and strategies to improve mobility and stability to reduce fall risks.
All right, very good.
Just real quick, just wanted to share briefly about the Northern Chapter of the Arizona Falls Prevention Coalition and how with our chapter members, we're trying to raise awareness about preventing falls and working with community partners to provide education to the community through activity helping to improve strength, balance, coordination, encouraging individuals to visit with their doctors, working on maybe medications that can increase the risk of falling, and then also just providing, again, those different evidence-based classes throughout our communities. And so if you want to look at our website, it's azstopfalls.org. Thank you.
Next up, I'd like to welcome down Darlene Packard, Donna Keller, John Gorman, Larry Prentice, Mary Grisefa, Ryan Judy, Wendy Dyer for our Personnel Board Appreciation Awards.
Mayor and members of the council, we want to express deep appreciation for the members of the Personnel Board. You have not been as active recently, but you have been available continually to us. And as the town organization, that's an incredible commitment to do that. And we thank you very, very much as we move forward and without a formal board in place. But we anticipate there'll be an opportunity for any of you who are interested to help us recognize high-performing individual employees as well as teams. And so we look forward to that in the spring of '24. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. I don't want to get my fingerprints on it. So. And we'll do a picture. Do we get 20 minutes each? Everyone gets 20 minutes. One more round. Please. Next up is Bradshaw Mountain High School Student of the Month.
All right, we're back. Summer's over, back in school. So this is the Town of Prescott Valley Student of the Month, Bradshaw Mountain High School in collaboration with the Optimist Club of Yavapai County. And we are honoring these outstanding students for the month of September, Cadence Williams and James Giggy. Let's give them a round of applause. We are recognizing these students because of their school and community engagement. They have been nominated by their school staff and instructors at Bradshaw Mountain High School. So congratulations to both of you, and we're going to hear a little bit about your individual achievements straight from you. So Cadence, why don't you go ahead and start?
Am I good here? Or do I?
Are you?
I don't know. Do it. Sorry.
You understand?
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cadence Williams. I'm a senior at Bradshaw Mountain High School. I'm very grateful to be chosen as Student of the Month. Here's a little about me and my time at Bradshaw. Each year at Bradshaw, I've been in honors classes and/or dual enrollment classes where I've achieved a 3.8 GPA. During my time at Bradshaw, the teachers and staff have truly made a huge impact on the person I've become. The teachers and staff create a welcoming environment for all students to get to know these students on a personal level and help them personally achieve their goals. I've been blessed to have such a great support system by this amazing faculty and staff. With my time spent here, I've also had the amazing privilege to play and start on varsity for a softball program since my freshman year. With that, I've achieved honorable mention multiple times for the Grand Canyon region, and this last season, I was honored to be selected as first team all-region for the Grand Canyon region and second team all-state for the 4A conference. This next week, I get the opportunity to attend multiple official college visits in the Midwest and the East Coast, where I'll make my decision on where I will spend my next 4 years playing college softball and pursue my love of nursing, which I will eventually specialize in pediatrics. One of the most enjoyable things for me at Bradshaw, other than playing for our amazing softball program, is our sports medicine class. I was very hesitant to take this class at first, but as soon as I joined, I came to truly love and enjoy getting to work hands-on in the world of sports medicine. I couldn't thank my parents, grandparents, and siblings enough for always helping me become the best possible person I could be, and my teachers for always helping me and working around my crazy schedule due to practicing on a travel ball team 2 hours away and missing days of school, allowing me the opportunity to play softball across the country. High school truly does fly by, and I couldn't have asked for a better high school experience than the one that Bradshaw has given me. Thank you all for your time.
James?
Hi, my name is James Giggy, and I'm a senior at Bradshaw Mountain High School. I'm very honored to receive this award. It truly means a lot to me. I take a lot of pride in my schoolwork and always have. Throughout high school, I have maintained a 4.1 GPA, and I thank all my teachers, staff, and friends. I feel they always put me in the best position to succeed and are very understanding of our lives. The people that surround me every day make me who I am, and I couldn't thank them more. I've also played sports throughout high school, which has helped me keep my priorities straight and focused at all times. Football has been my main sport over the course of my life. I started varsity since my freshman year. I have put countless hours into the sport that I love, and it has paid off. It earned me a full ride scholarship to ASU, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity given to me. I have also won many awards for football. This includes Defensive Player of the Year for our Grand Canyon region, First Team All-State in the 4A Conference, multiple First Team All-Regions throughout my high school career, and Arizona Cardinals Player of the Week. I have also played basketball throughout high school. This has been one of the best experiences I've had. The coaches helping me to be better at everything I do, and my friends pushing me and making it fun at the same time. One of my favorite things about Bradshaw is the staff. They are always involved with the students and making it a fun and engaging experience. Whether it is coming to games to support the students or making impactful and engaging in the classroom. Lastly, I would love to thank my family, friends, and coaches for my success. My parents have raised me to be the person I am today and put a good head on my shoulders. My friends have made my life so much easier, making every experience an enjoyable one. They always keep me in a positive mood, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. My coaches have also taught me that hard work and dedication can get you anything you want in this world. They have taught me that persistence is key, and if you are consistent, you can achieve anything.
Kicking the new school season off with athletes, and I am not mad about it. So the new principal of Bradshaw Mountain High School is Mr. Rick Bradshaw. So would you like to say a few words?
Oh, what a great job I have, huh? I get to work with all these wonderful students. They're truly amazing. I mean, did you hear that? I do have to become an ASU fan. That's not going to be as easy for me now, but I can make it happen. No, we'd like to thank Mayor Palguda, Councilwoman Hipperly, and the council for inviting us to come. Bradshaw Mountain has amazing students, and they're our community, right? They're our student community. So we're very proud of them, and I'm excited to see what they both have in their future for next year. I hate to see them leave, but they're going to do wonderful things for us. Thank you.
And on behalf of the Optimist Club, Mr. Mike Whiting.
Well, it's always nice to be here and recognize students in our community. It's a rare time that we get to recognize, I think, outstanding students. I know I have a lot of circles of influence, but not at the high school. I never see a lot of people other than the principal once a month. So it's nice to recognize outstanding students, and I agree. I think these are students, I would say model students, I guess. So the reason we're here is to recognize Cadence and James in terms of their achievements and their accomplishments, not only in school, but the community. You've heard they're both very active, not only in school and outside school, but in athletics as well. And they've done the hard work necessary to get to this point. Obviously, it's not that easy to be standing here and accomplished and achieve the things they have without a lot of hard work. And that, I think, also we've heard about their personal goals. And so it's nice to know that young adults have goals in high school. I know I didn't have anything close to goals in high school, so I think they're actually striving for success in their life already. So that's a good sign, and that's why we're recognizing them tonight. So it's with sincere pleasure that on behalf of the Optimist Club of Yavapai County, the town of Prescott Valley, and Bradshaw Mountain High School, we congratulate the September Students of the Month. Congratulations. And we do have a few items of mementos. I'd ask April if she could give the students a certificate, kind of recognizing their achievements. And we do have a Optimist Creed and a plaque that if you can live by the Optimist Creed as the Optimists do, you'll be wonderful human beings. So read this when you have a chance, use it for a paperweight, and then consult with it if you have a problem or an issue that you need some help with. I think it'll definitely help you. So let me give you that. Thank you, Council. So let's have one last round of applause. Any family members want to get a picture?
Next up, item 6, call to the public. At this time, members of the public may comment on matters listed on the agenda or solely on matters within the jurisdiction of the town. Any persons wishing to address the council must register their name with the town clerk prior to the commencement of the meeting. The council's response is limited to responding to criticism, asking staff to review a matter commented upon, or asking that a matter be put on a future agenda. Such remarks shall be limited to 3 minutes unless additional time is granted by the mayor. Clerk?
Pamela Medford.
Welcome.
My name is Pamela Medford, and I come before you to respond and talk about the growth in Prescott Valley and the observatory project. I want to start with a quote. Most people mess up something good by looking for something better, just to end up with something worse. The town council and commission are allowing the exploitation of a loophole in the 100-year state water law by builders, contractors at the sake of a precious resource, water. Well, you seem to forget that renters use water. Kathleen Ferris, one of the architects of the 1980 water bill, stated this loophole jeopardizes Arizona water. So water is an issue in this area and in our growth. Residents of Prescott Country Club do not want even one manufactured home to be rolled into the observatory project. Our home prices would plummet. The day-to-day traffic would increase as the project grows. Residents of Prescott Country Club didn't buy into the community to hear noise, traffic, and be worried about crime. The mayor took to Facebook to point out, in his opinion, some truths about the growth in Prescott Valley, stating, to imply 2,000 homes will be built in 5 years when it took Granville almost 30 years to build 3,000 homes is ludicrous. The mayor doesn't seem to realize these homes roll in on wheels and are already built. He went on to say he has no interest for such high-density manufactured rental community. The observatory is a 3 to 5 phase project with 7 to 9 manufactured homes per acre on 323 acres with rented lots, and then you have to buy the home, resulting in a maze just for rats. The problem is this council, the mayor, and P&Z have already allowed high-density manufactured rental communities, Orchard Park North, Clipper Courts, now possibly the Observatory Project. Let's not forget Mulberry Farms, villages at Lynx Creek, and the long-term RV parks, all on the southern end of Prescott Valley, and all rentals so as to jump through a water loophole. The natural beauty of Prescott Valley should be embraced, not destroyed by unfettered building, ugliness, and unsustainability. People moved here for the rural, neighborly, homey feeling, not a mini Phoenix. Stop making the southern part of Prescott Valley the slum area. Stop jumping through a water loophole. Stop with such fast growth. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Clerk,
Leo Brayton,
you'll have to say that first name again.
Leo.
Next one, clerk.
That is all, Mayor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 7, council comments. We'll start on my left. Councilman Greer, anything?
We had a lovely event on 9/11 on our grassy lawn that was really inspiring as well as sobering. And I hope many of you were there.
Councilman?
I just have a short comment. I was able to be at the swearing-in ceremony for Officer Alec Kovat. He was sworn in on 9/6 of '23, and it was by Chief Ticer. And he's considered a lateral officer, and I just wanted to extend a warm welcome to him and his family.
Thank you, ma'am. Vice Mayor?
Nothing.
Councilman?
Well, a couple of announcements. I actually have been very busy, thank God. So there's a very awesome event happening the 24th of this month. It's called Puente de la Comunidad, and it's going to be held at the Mountain Valley Park. It's going to be nice. For the entire community, and there's going to be entertainment, food, and a great way to mingle with everyone. So the 24th from 1 to 4, and then I'm a director of the new Hispanic Business Association, and this is a part of the Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce. And what we want to do is we want to feature one Hispanic business every quarter. So the 27th, we're going to feature it's the market on Spouse, and that's going to be in the evening. And again, entertainment, food, and it's just to support our Hispanic businesses in the community. So we're going to try to do that once a quarter. I'm proud to say also that I am a official member of the YRMC Foundation Board with Mary. So I'm really happy for that. And what else? Well, we've been attending many ribbon cuttings, and that's exciting for our community as well. We've been attending many ribbon cuttings, so that is great news. So I think that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. By curiosity, show of hands, who was able to attend our 9/11 ceremony on Monday? We got a few of them out there. Great, glad to hear it. If you didn't, make sure you put it on your calendar for next year. Mr. Davidson, manager's report.
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, we'll have the monthly report for the previous month should be completed by Monday. We'll get it sent out to you and be available to the public for review. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 9, consent agenda. All matters listed under consent agenda are considered routine by the town council and will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. Council, we've all had a chance to review our packet. If there is not an item that needs to be removed, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve all items listed under consent agenda by electronic vote.
I second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Councilmember Leyva, how do you vote?
Yes.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on, item 10A, Series 12 liquor license Encanto Pizza and Wings. This is a public hearing. Ms. Fernandez.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. So Sylvia Chalup was the applicant. She filed an application for a Series 12 liquor license on behalf of Encanto Pizza and Wings located on 8400 East Long Mesa Drive. A copy of the application was posted as required for 20 consecutive days on the front of the premise, and no arguments in favor of or opposed to the issuance of the license were received. Series 12 liquor licenses are non-transferable, so this is because of the change of ownership. This is the reason why they have to reapply for a liquor license. Any questions?
Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone out in the audience that is here to speak on this item? That being said, we'll close the public hearing. Council, you have any comments or questions? Now I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval of the Series 12 liquor license application for Encanto Pizza and Wings located at 8400 East Long Mesa Drive to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control by electronic vote.
Have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Councilmember Leyva, how do you vote?
Yes.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 10B, Series 12 liquor license for Plaza Bonita. This is also a public hearing.
So applicant Theresa Morse filed an application for another a similar Series 12 liquor license on behalf of Plaza Bonita Family Mexican Restaurant located at 8280 East Spouse Drive. A copy of the application was posted for 20 days on the front of the premise as required by law, and no arguments in favor of or opposed to the issuance of the license were received. It is recommended now that the town council recommend approval to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control for this liquor license.
Thank you, ma'am. Again, is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak out about this one? Not seeing any, we'll close the public hearing. Council, any comments or questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to recommend approval of the Series 12 liquor license application for Plaza Bonita Family Mexican, excuse me, Family Mexican Restaurant located at 8280 East Spouse Drive to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control by electronic vote.
Can I have a second?
Second. Oh,
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 10C, comprehensive fee schedule amendments. Ms. Pale, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. As you all know, we've been discussing fee changes since last fall, and in June we met to discuss proposed changes to those fees. In the following item, we're going to be getting into those changes. This item is to remove any of those fee dollar amount references that are in the town code currently. We are going to be including those in the comprehensive fee schedule going forward, so it can be amended via resolution following required state guidelines for adjusting fees as well. So this action is to do that with the exception of some of the zoning fees that will come to you at a later time. And this is just simply moving that. We are asking that you approve a resolution first to reference the very long, lengthy code changes by resolution before the ordinance goes through.
Council, any comments or questions on this? We've talked about this, as you've mentioned, Ms. Pale, for a long time in fairly in depth.
I have one quick question, Katie, and I'm sorry I didn't ask it ahead of time. On the special event liquor permit multiple events where it says, and it's actually a general question, current unit of measure where it says per 30 days, that means, and if you can have 10 of them a year, that means you can have one every 30 days?
It is, I believe, a total of 10 in that period of 30 days.
Could be. So I think that that one may need to be looked at because I thought that it was going to be 10 per year, not 10 in 30 days.
Yes, so the law requires or allows nonprofits to get a special event license per year.
So it's, okay.
And I believe the fee would be waived for nonprofits.
No, this is the one on public property that I'm asking about.
Oh.
For single events, we have waived the fee for nonprofits, so it wouldn't apply to them at all. And then for the one below it, it's if they have, they can have up to 10 in the per year, and they pay the $250, and that's for a 30-day period.
The 100.
Or 100, excuse me.
So it is for a whole year. You can have up to 10 and you can pay $100.
No, they would pay 100 every 30 days that they wanted to have events. I think that's how we structured that one. But that would be for-profits or other ones. Any nonprofit would fall under the first category, which is exempt for nonprofits.
Vice Mayor, nonprofits do not have a charge.
Even if they're on town property?
Correct.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Anything else, council? This is a two-parter, so we're going to need a motion for, to approve motion A, and then we'll move on to motion B.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2023-2338, designating that certain document comprehensive fee schedule amendments to be public record by electronic vote.
Have a second.
Second.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. And now can I get another motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to read ordinance number 2023-928, adopting by reference the public record entitled Comprehensive Fee Schedule Amendments by title only on two separate occasions by electronic vote.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously. It passes unanimously.
Do you need to read the first?
Oh, I apologize. Ordinance number 2023-928, an ordinance of the Mayor and Common Council of the Town of Prescott Valley, a municipal corporation of Arizona, adopting by reference that certain document entitled Comprehensive Fee Schedule Amendments, declared by resolution number 2023-2338 to be a public record, adding a new section 1-03-035, Comprehensive Fee Schedule in Article 1-03 Definitions in Chapter 1 General in the Town Code, then repealing or amending various Town Code sections and subsections that set fees, charges, fines, and sanctions to refer instead to the Comprehensive Fee Schedule separately adopted from time to time by a resolution of the Town Council, providing that all their chapters, articles, and sections of the Town Code not herein repealed or amended shall remain in full force and effect, providing that if any provision in this ordinance is held invalid by a court of competent jurisdiction, the remaining provisions shall not be affected, but shall continue in full force and effect, and providing that this ordinance shall be effective 30 days after its passage and approval according to law. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving on, item 10D, comprehensive fee schedule. This is a public hearing. Ms. Pale.
As we discussed previously, we've been going through these fee changes for the last year. Since we met last time in June, there have been a few changes. They were making nonprofits exempt from the $50 fee per event on town property for liquor permits. And then body-worn camera records, due to state law restricting the amount to $46 per video hour reviewed, we changed ours to actual cost, not to exceed that $46 limit. We previously had a cap that we were proposing for non-commercial requests. And then food vendors at town signature events, so those would be our main core events. We did put that in after consultation with community services, that should be $100 per event for those food vendors. And then fingerprinting, because of the cost of live scan, that amount was increased.
And as I mentioned, this is a public hearing. Does anyone wish to speak on this topic? Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. Council, any comments? Maybe you could just go back again, Ms. Pale, for everyone. It was 87. Is that how many fees we removed?
We removed 78 and we consolidated 101 down to 19 in another section. So.
Great.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2023-2339, adopting the comprehensive fee schedule with an effective date of October 28th, 2023 by electronic vote.
Can I have a
A
second?
second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, Yavapai County Flood Control District, IGA. Mr. Pine, how are you?
Doing well, sir. Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, good evening. What you have before you is an IGA to receive funding from our partners over at Yavapai County Flood Control District for use on various mitigation projects. And this is an IGA that you've seen before you in the past. Typically, the town receives anywhere from $400,000 to $750,000 a year in funding for use on various projects. This year, through the efforts of Supervisor Mallory, who's here with us this evening, and her team, the town will receive $500,000 in funding. So obviously, staff's recommendation is to go ahead and approve the IGA. And before council votes, if you would allow Supervisor Mallory to come up and just say a couple words.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Supervisor.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council and staff, I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. The opportunity to work together with you is just amazing, because the accomplishments that we are doing together with the county and with the town are really bringing so many things to the forefront for the betterment of all the community. I appreciate all the work that you're doing on the roads, and I know a lot of the things that we do with flood control will help with all of those projects as well. So I would like to say thank you also to Lynn Whitman, who is our flood control director, and all the hard work that she does. And always, it is an honor as we partner and move forward together, since we all serve the same community. So thank you very much for the opportunity to come up here. I appreciate everything that all of you do. Doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. And this is obviously a no-brainer. This is something that's a great partnership between Town of Prescott Valley and Yavapai County. And I will entertain a motion if we have no questions.
County, oh, do you want me to start over? Okay. I thought I hit it. Motion to authorize the mayor to sign the intergovernmental agreement with Yavapai County Flood Control District for stormwater management improvement projects in the town for fiscal year 2023-24 in the amount of $500,000 by electronic vote.
Have a second.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes, Mayor.
Next up, item 10F, amendments, general engineering standards. Ms. Reuter, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. This will be the first reading of updating our standards that we presented last week at the work study session for the pavement cuts as well as the pavement markings. And I'm here to answer any questions you may have on that.
We discussed this topic also in length. We have any additional questions or comments?
I just wanted to say, again, Heather, I said it last week, that this is fabulous. It's very transparent and clear. Everything's going to be in one place. But I did want to read one section of the financial analysis because I think it's really important. It says that there may be some upfront costs for public and private. However, over the long term, it is believed that adherence to these standards will increase the longevity of such improvements in between repairs and replacement, making them ultimately cost neutral. So that's the importance of it, that the longevity of the improvements are going to be there. So thank you for everything you and your staff have done on this and the consultants.
Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2023-2337, declaring a document entitled Amendments to Town Code, Chapters 7, 9, and 16, General Engineering Standards, to be public record by electronic vote.
Have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Clerk? We have one more motion coming up on this one. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to read ordinance number 2023-927 by title only on two separate occasions, adopting by reference the public record entitled Amendments to Town Code, Chapter 7, 9, and 16, General Engineering Standards by electronic vote. Then place the same on final passage by electronic vote.
I'll second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously. Ordinance number 2023-927, an ordinance of the Mayor and Common Council of the Town of Prescott Valley, a municipal corporation of Arizona, adopting by reference that certain document amendments to Town Code, Chapter 7, 9, and 16, General Engineering Standards declared by resolution number 2023-2337 to be a public record. Renaming Town Code Chapter 16 Engineering to Public Improvements and Article 16-01 Engineering Standards to Public Works Standards. Amending Town Code Article 16-01 and making corresponding amendments in Chapter 7 Building and Chapter 9 Health and Sanitation to re-specify construction standards applicable to public improvements within the town, providing that all the chapters, articles, and sections of the Town Code not herein repealed or amended shall remain in full force and effect, providing that if any provision in this ordinance is held invalid by a court of competent jurisdiction, the remaining provisions shall not be affected but shall continue in full force and effect, and providing that this ordinance shall be effective 30 days after its passage and approval according to law. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, 10G, Old Black Canyon Highway Improvement Project, CIP number ST2408. Mr. Osborne, welcome.
Thank you, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. This project is a road maintenance project. It is between Ravenwood and Stone Ridge. This is virtually one of our last dirt roads. It's in very much disrepair. We're asking to be able to put on some asphalt millings that we got off of the 69 when they did that work, and repair that road and make it passable again and keep it running. We're also looking at some chip seal on it, as well as some speed tables to manage the speed of the traffic. I think this is a definitely worthwhile thing that we could do there. It acts as a kind of a secondary access or ability to get out of the area if there's emergency fires or floods or whatever, and so that it is well worth our time to do this work.
And this is also, the road that actually is getting repaired is 2 miles long. The county is handling 1 mile of it.
Yes, and we are basically, duplicating or matching what the county is doing for their portion of the road.
Excellent. Council, have you any questions for Mr. Osborne? Entertain a motion.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to award a contract to Earth Resources Corporation as low responsive bidder for construction of the Old Black Canyon Highway Improvement Project, CIP ST 2408, in the amount of $523,407, and approve the related budget transfer from contingency funds in the amount of $471,000 by electronic vote.
I second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Next up, item 10H, FDP 23-010, Superior Industries Phased Expansion. Mr. Ruby, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council. FDP 23-01 Superior Industries was a request by Ken Moen, agent for the Superior Industries, for approval of a final development plan which would add 25,000 square feet to an existing 75,000 square foot manufacturing facility. This would be the first phase of a multiple phase expansion. It's a story of a local business doing well and expanding, adding jobs, adding salaries to the community. What the request is for an additional 25,000 square foot facility now, with the possibilities for a 56,000 square foot addition, as well as a 106,000 square foot addition. The subject property is zoned M1 Pad, Industrial General Limited, and is contained in the Big Sky Industrial Park. Superior Industries designs, fabricates, and conveying equipment, telescoping conveyors, feed systems, portable screening, quality idlers, pulleys, and other conveyor components. Presently, the business employs about 100 staff, 60 during the day shift, and another, the balance of those during the night shift. And this new addition will add approximately 20 new employees to the business with this phase one expansion. This expansion assists the local business to continue to grow in our community and creates additional jobs and transaction privilege tax revenue opportunities. This use is supported by the M1 PAD zoning and the PAD 5-2 designation in the general plan. The applicant has provided 105 total parking spaces, including 4 ADA compliant, where 67 spaces were required by the code. Traffic will be split between the two work shifts and will be minimal for this expansion. Future phases of the expansion shall be reviewed for parking adequacy as well as other town code requirements. Landscaping will be provided in the new parking lot. And although there are no frontage road improvements, the landscaping in the parking lot will be provided. Final development plan has been reviewed by staff and meets town standards. Final building engineering plans will be reviewed at the time of building permit submittal for each phase. Landscaping and lighting will be installed pursuant to all town requirements. Town council may authorize signature of this resolution 2023-2334 to approve FDP 23010, direct staff to make modifications to the final development plan, or decline to authorize signature and approval. The applicant and his agent are here tonight. If you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer. If not, I would turn it over to the applicant for specific questions.
My only question, Mr. Ruby, is if approved, when do they plan on breaking ground?
I would defer.
Good answer.
As soon as possible.
Superior, you guys are a great partner to our community. I know many people that work there, and they love working there and the environment that you guys create. So keep up the good work. Council, have any other questions or comments?
I have a quick one. I echo what the mayor said, Lane. Thank you so much for what you do in our community, the people you employ, and just helping put families on the table and the investment that you make. I know you've donated a lot to kids and everything else, so I appreciate that. I have a question, Ernie. If you could go back to the one that had all 3 projects on it. So.
Thank you.
Is this final development plan just for the one building, or is it for all 3?
Vice Mayor, Council, this particular FDP is for the 25,000-foot expansion that will occur immediately and for future expansions to the west of 56,000 square feet and to the east of the 106,000 square feet.
Okay, so we're only doing the FDP for the one, right?
We're doing the FDP for all three at
Are,
this point.
okay, that's
Yes,
what I
ma'am.
was hoping for. So they don't have to come back.
No, in conversations with the applicant, it was determined that to save time and future requests, that we could incorporate into this FDP, and as they come back for future expansion, it would be only their civil and building plans that would be moving forward.
That's what I was hoping for because I wanted to try to expedite it. And so you're going to do everything at a staff level now.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome, thank you. That was the answer to my question. That's what I wanted to hear.
No other questions? I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2023-2334, adopting final development plan FDP 23010 by electronic vote.
Second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Ruby, you're up on FDP Tapadero condominiums.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council, the request is for a amended final development plan for to convert two previously approved duplex buildings into 4 condominium buildings, units on a 0.59 acre lot located on Lot A of the Fairway Patio Home subdivision, again located at 1200 Tapadero Drive. Subject property is generally located within the Prescott Country Club, located within the town limits. And as you can see, the site is blinking above, and it is right on Tapadero as you head towards the clubhouse. On April 10th, the Prescott Valley Planning and Zoning Commission approved the amended development plan to convert the previously approved duplexes to a 4-unit condominium product. It's now proposed that the town council consider approving a related the final development plan for the requested conversion to a condominium project. I'd like to point out that this was a difficult project to evaluate and research. Thanks to the legal department for helping us finalize that. So we're down to the final development plan. Staff agrees with the request. Reclassification of the existing duplex buildings will not have a significant impact on the existing roadway system within the country club and will not change or alter the level of service of traffic in the area. There's a history in this area. I've attached those for your review. It was, again, a difficult one to research and to figure out exactly what we needed to do with this project. And again, thanks to the legal department. We would propose that the town council either authorize the mayor to sign the resolution 2023-2332 to approve the attached amended final development plan or direct staff to make modifications or to decline the project. Staff is recommending approval at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Ruby. So will this just come down to different type of ownership?
Correct.
So instead of it being a rental where there's a landlord and people are renting, they now have the opportunity to purchase their side.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
That's my only clarification on that, that's all. Any other questions for Mr. Ruby? And just for curiosity, this has to come to council because it goes from a rental to
Well,
ownership on
initially, we
the-
thought it was a final plat for the project, but upon doing research, and again, thanks to the legal department, we found out that through various ordinances, this was a pad, so the pad had to be approved by the council.
Gotcha. All right, thank you, sir. I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to authorize the mayor to sign resolution number 2023-2332, adopting the attached amended final development plan, or known as an FDP, for the requested Tapadero condominium conversion by electronic vote.
I second.
Clerk, please call the vote.
It passes unanimously.
Thank you. Next up, folks, this is where we say goodnight. Of course, we're going to be making a motion to go into executive session. You're more than welcome to stick around to hear us come out of executive session, but it's going to be very, very boring, and who knows when that will be. So just want to let you know. Motion to convene into executive session to discuss or consult for legal advice with the attorneys of the public body, including consultation to consider its position and instruct its attorneys regarding its position on contracts related to 1, operation of the event center for economic development purposes, and 2, construction and operation of an aquatic facility in cooperation with the Prescott Valley Community Center Initiative, LLC, all pursuant to ARS 38-431.03 A3 and 4. So I'll take a motion.